All right, everybody, we are back, and we are going to be hopping in right now. Excuse me, we're going to be hopping into video games. Man, I'm sorry. I'm all messed up today because I got sore throat. I'm just not... But anyway. So, hopping into video games. This first video game, I have no idea. By the name of it, I don't know what this is. This might be something a little goofy. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. So let's check it out. We're watching the trailer for Zenless Zone Zero. It's an alliterated name. It means that all of the letters of the name start with this, or all of the words in the name start with the same letter. So yeah, Zenless Zone Zero, PlayStation Ray Tracing Demo. PS5 games. Okay, so coming at us from PlayStation, it's got 118,000 views to 3.1 thousand likes and 463 dislikes. Ray tracing is now supported on PlayStation, starting from version 1.4. Enjoy the finer details of the streets and sunset, more realistic port coastlines, and an upgraded immersive experience. Okay. Okay, cool. What the heck? Alright, so I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know what Zenless Zone Zero is, but we are going to be checking out some ray tracing technology here. So we got a 1 minute 36 second trailer. Hopefully you're ready. Here we go. Ray tracing. Okay. Oh, I see where it's so that's what ray tracing is, by the way, the light. So I'm looking at this and I immediately I don't see anything. Just to be honest with you. But what it actually is you see how there's shadows here and there's not here, or reflections here. Okay. All right. Again, on we have... That's not even the same video, though. Like, okay, I understand. They obviously couldn't have done it exactly. Okay. Sounds like, wait, that doesn't seem right. Okay, so off. I'm trying to see differences. I know I'm pausing it too much. I know I'm going to let the video play here in just a second, but I'm trying to understand. I don't see any difference here. Like, I don't. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments. I guess this one is a little darker. This one's brighter. I don't know why that would... Oh, okay, I remember this. It's because the light from objects bounces up. So the light, it's like the light is up here. It's going down across here. Okay? And then bouncing off the ground up onto the roof. So it's like up here, it goes down and bounces. In a normal scenario, which is this one, the light is up here, the light shines down, everything over here is lit, but then down here... Sorry, up here, stuff won't be lit up. I think so the bouncing off is actually realistic. So, okay. All right. I don't see anything. Okay, I see different reflections and a little bit different shadows on the toilet here. Okay. I mean, okay. Yeah, okay, some reflections in the water. Cool. I didn't see anything there. Okay, again, water. Water's the big one. Okay, ray tracing out. Okay, again, water. Water's the big one I'm seeing. Some shadows and stuff. Don't notice any difference there. I want to be very clear as I'm saying that I'm not noticing things. I'm not insulting the technology. I think it's a great technology. These steps steps in improving the technology we have is all great. I just am talking about, like this is what are we going to see, like 4 or 5 seconds of a clip as they're walking or something. I'm telling you the big things that I notice right away, and a lot of them I'm just not Not seeing a lot of it. Okay. Okay. Ray tracing on. Looks normal, you know. I do see the water. There's reflections. Well, I'll talk about it at the end. Okay. All right. Yeah. See, this just looks like a normal video game to me, though. Like, this isn't like what they said, you know, when they showed the difference between Elder Scrolls 4 and Elder Scrolls 5. This is just like a normal video game, you know. So, what is Zenless Zone Zero? So this is a game that, is it a game that's already out? Or is it a game that's still coming out July 2nd? Okay, so this is a game that's old, but they're just showing us this new ray tracing technology. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. So we got the thing is that, so this is how I feel about graphics in video games, okay? If I think back to what it was like playing Ultimate Avengers, Summoner, just, okay, like Ultimate Avengers, that's a good one. Or like now I'm playing through the Legacy of Kain games. So this is what I think about graphics in video games. When I think about playing Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 or Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1, I just played through Soul Reaver 1. All right? If I am watching this and I start playing the game and it's remastered, basically I remember the game as it was remastered. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I don't remember it as the old graphics that are bad. I remember it as the remastered graphics. So when I look at a remaster like that, if the remaster matches how I remember the game, then it did a good job. But, you know, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, when I think back to this game, I'm not going to remember the difference between this, you know, and this. Does that make sense? So, like, if I just go like this real quick and you look at it, can you actually see the difference? Sorry, I keep doing the wrong thing. Okay, can you actually like if I just do this real quickly, can you actually see the difference? You know, I mean, maybe marginally, but I'm never gonna remember that. Nope, never gonna. Like, there's a shadow on her head. Doesn't mean anything to me. So as far as video game graphics goes, for me, I'm more of a style guy over substance. I'm not going to pay like $200 or $300 for a piece of hardware that'll give me ray tracing when ray tracing equates to the shadows will look a little different. That stuff doesn't matter to me. Style of the graphics and the gameplay and how good the game actually is what matters to me. Yeah. So, yeah, those are my feelings on that. Okay, let's check out what people are saying about it in the comments. Though I don't think this stuff is bad. It's great. I'm just like, I'm not gonna pay extra for it. I might pay like $5 extra for a game that has this. The price of things better not keep going up as they make this stuff because it's not worth it to me. Okay, let's check it out. Does Lumina Square run smooth on the Pro, or is it still choppy as the base? Please fix 60 FPS in battle. Me, still totally satisfied with anything above or at... Wait. At or above... Yeah, 1440 at 16. Water puddles now drops your frame rate by 10%. Yeah. Ray tracing is such a gimmick. Oh, the puddles are slightly more reflective. Oh, Chrome looks marginally better. Does it massively improve the art style? No. Does it improve the gameplay? No. Does it matter? Does it make the game run better? No, quite the opposite. In my day, we celebrated things like Havoc, allowing greater destruction, and ragdolling, not glorified volumetric lighting or edgelords. I agree with this. I agree with this completely. That's what I mean. I appreciate when somebody comes out and says, we have an engine now that will allow you to field massive armies in a real-time strategy game or massive armies in a game, and we can have 10,000 units, and each of them will be fully modeled and be able to move around and walk and look at stuff and react to things in the battle, and you'll be able to do it on your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, and it will not slow down your gameplay, and it'll look great. All right, I care about that. Like, it won't lower the quality of the game's graphics. I care about that. I do not care about, now, instead of looking like this, your character will look like this, with different shadows on their face, you know, or whatever. Like, the minor difference between me going like this on my face, okay, that you see, and this doesn't matter to me in a game. Like, ooh, look at more reflexive. Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay. Okay, I mean, for what it's worth of just PlayStation trying to tell them to implement ray tracing, they definitely tried implementing it in the right areas where the waitress lighting would be great for signs like that and rate reflections for water. It actually looks pretty nice if it's pretty well. Okay. Does the ray tracing apply to the PC version as well? Cool. Does it tank the frame rate in an actual game? Yes. 17. What do you got? Yeah, it's like a guy on a toilet. This is fine for me. Because again, when I'm done with this video, and I go off and I go watch a movie for Friday night movie night with my family, this is how I'm going to remember this scene. Or basically, this is how I'm going to remember the scene. I don't care about, even if it was just this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, or I could say it. I guess the good thing, the thing to think about is, even if I remember it this way, even if I'm looking at it like this, I'm going to remember it this way. If I look at an old video game like Soul Reaver 1, okay, so here's Soul Reaver 1. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay, so here's the thing. Soul Reaver 1 looked like this. This is how I actually remember it. Okay? In my mind, when I remember Soul Reaver 1, I remember this. Probably because I saw art and stuff, concept art for the character too, and so in my mind, that's what the character looks like. What that means to me, though, is that even if the game looks like this, I can go back and play it, and I still think it's a great game. I don't care that the graphics looked like this. They worked. All right. Now, what's happening now is we're reverting to a different thing where this is the way the game looks. And I might as well remember it this way. You see what I'm saying? Because these graphics are fine, and this doesn't matter for newer games. Like this might be the way the game is, but this is actually so you can see the major graphical fidelity change here. And by the way, yeah, I know that I'm spending some time on this, but this is important. So the graphical fidelity change here. This is how it was. This is how I remembered in my mind when I think of playing the game from when I was a kid. Okay. This is how it is, but my mind won't even be capable of remembering how the reflection here goes. My mind is only going to remember this. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, this improvement doesn't matter. Because tomorrow, when I think about this trailer, it's going to be this image in my mind. Not, oh, but the reflection upon the bottom of the toilet, or the reflections in the water. Those are things that don't matter. Being able to have better ragdoll mechanics, those matter. Being able to field more units on a battlefield, that matters. Being able to just run at higher speeds without breaking frame rate, that matters. Yeah, ray tracing looks like they added water reflections and ambient occlusion to me. See you in 2015, friends of PlayStation. So what is this actual gameplay? It looks pretty cool. This feature should be in GTA 6. Do I have bad eyesight or something? Because they basically look the same to me. Since almost all PlayStation 5 games that use ray tracing only use ray tracing reflection and ray tracing shadow, it's really hard to notice the difference. Only on the other hand, the ray tracing GI, what usually make the difference, most difference in visual. I did. That's news to me. We getting anything on Minecraft PS5's ray tracing anytime soon? All right, well, so much just to see my character for 1 minute of gameplay. Yeah, why does it look like resolution and other settings are probably lower due to ray tracing being heavy? Yeah, resolution is often sacrificed. Yeah, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I would just go with this one. Like, I don't even care. Like, we're going to charge you $70 for a video game because it's going to look like this. We would charge you $50 for this, but we're not even going to offer that. I'm like, well, then I'm not going to buy it. Thanks. I'll wait until you put out the one with this version so I can spend $20 less. Anyway, that's the game. This is talking about Zenless Zone Zero with ray tracing. So that's PlayStation ray tracing demo. I thought that I thought that this was basically a trailer for a new game. And then it was showing off the ray tracing capabilities of that game. But as we were watching the trailer, when I realized it wasn't, it is an interesting topic, so I wanted to talk about it. But that's what it is, guys. We're going to move on to the next one. So here we go. Don't forget to check me out on Twitch and join the Discord where you can voice chat with me while I live stream and you won't be recorded or anything on YouTube and Twitch, so that's pretty cool. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you like to read, you can see my after-action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in the description below.